Alright guys, I'm back at the flying field. I have a mic with me today, so hopefully you can hear me more clearly. That is, if you want to hear me at all. Let's see. So I have my strong layup BAMF 2. It's about 9:30 right now, 19 degrees Celsius. I think that's about 66 Fahrenheit. This one is a strong layup, about 255 grams, 250 grams, something like that. A rudderless build. I've trimmed this a couple times in windy conditions, but today's really nice and calm, so we'll see if the trims are okay. I probably need to adjust my elevator a little bit. If I remember correctly, I had a little bit too much up, like elevator sensitivity. So let's see if I can tune that down just a few percent and see if that would make things better. Okay, let's start off with a gentle javelin launch. Just make sure everything is running properly. That was probably not a good direction to throw it at because there's a row of trees there. But yeah, it's nice and floaty. All right, let's give it a gentle toss. The streamer is pointing down that way. Luckily, it's not that windy today because in this wind direction, if it gets windy, this field gets very, very turbulent. But it's not very windy. In this direction, we can't really use the school as a kicker, at least not from my position. Oh, it's picking up wind. Let's see if we can... Just a soft launch. I think that's about 45 meters or so. Let's see. Yeah, I just felt a... I was going to keep talking, but then I felt a little gust. I'm in thermal. I was in cruise. I just hit thermal to slow down a little bit. That's where I think the lift is going to be. Somewhere in this area. Yeah, on the left. That was not good. It felt like there was some energy there for a second. I'm back in cruise. No, feels like sync, but let's circle to make sure. No, that's not good. By the way, don't circle in sync like me. So that could have been a bad read, or it could have been a good read and I just missed the air. Who knows? When you're the only plane in the air, sometimes it's a little hard to tell. But let's try to do a proper read this time. It's pointing towards the playground. The tail of the string is kicking around a little bit. Let's see if that's the place. Okay, let's throw it a little bit harder. It's probably 50 something, 60 meters or so. I don't have real-time vario on this setup. This is with the Spektrum AR410, so I can't tell you exactly how high I am, but I can tell you we're in lift right now. I switched back into thermal, so that was a much better read. Just circling, everything feels nice and calm. Slowly drifting to the left. I'm in thermal mode with 5 millimeters right now. It's not too much camber. I still have a thermal B or thermal 2 with, I think, 8 millimeters. Oh, there's a bit more energy on the left. Let's try a left-hand turn. Let's recenter to the left a little bit more, see if that feels better. Feels about the same. Now it's the right-hand side. I probably corrected left a bit too much with that. Yeah, overall, climbing nicely and softly. Let's stick with it. Actually, let's try thermal B. I haven't tried that yet. This is with 8 millimeters now. It's still going plenty fast. Maybe I have too much down elevator. Let's click elevator up 1. This is thermal B with 8 millimeters. It's still climbing quite nicely. You still have decent speed and energy. The right-hand side felt a little bit better. Let's correct to the right a little bit. And for those who are saying rudderless can't turn coordinated, come on, give me a break. Turning pretty decently. Okay, I think we've had enough of that thermal. It was still going strong. Let's see if we can hit something else. I'm going to pop back into cruise to pick up a little bit more speed. Not quite in speed mode because it's just there's not enough wind today. But you can see there's still a lot of momentum in cruise. And that's the thing with the BAMF too. You can just keep momentum very, very strongly. Let's see. Felt like there's a little bit more energy there. That felt pretty decent. Oh yeah, that's beyond decent. That's actually pretty good. Got into thermal mode, thermal 1. This is with 5 millimeters. Let's do a couple turns. Yeah, I'm definitely in lift right now. And we're over the school. And the school does kick off some thermals because of the black roof. All right. I'm still in the thermal 1. That's good lift. That's good lift. So we're in thermal 1. Let's try to hit thermal 2. See if that still flies decent. Yeah, it still has enough speed. Oh, the wind is pulling downwind. Actually, you know what? This thermal is getting a little easy. Let's try to hit the next thermal. Let's go back into cruise mode. The streamer is pointing downwind to the right of the plane. So let's start pulling that way, see if we can hit the next thermal. It's probably a bit closer because it just came through. Yeah, no, that's not it. Oh, there we go. To the right a little bit more. I think it's still more to the right. I felt a little bit better. I'm still in cruise. Let's go into thermal mode. Thermal 1, 5 millimeters. It's dragging the tail a little bit. Not feeling very energetic. It's there somewhere. It's kicking me around a little bit. It should be there. Oh, I don't want to get too close to that cage. I don't want to break a plane. Now it's pulling hard. It's pulling hard that way. Let's go back into cruise just to keep it a bit more stable. That's probably the wrong direction. It's probably just right at around that cage there. Yeah, I'm not going to risk the plane, but I'm pretty sure there's lift over there. So let's just land and we will try to hit that corner and see if we can catch that lift. All right, let's do another launch quickly. Bring it back to that corner. See if the lift is indeed there. I'm in cruise mode right now. Let's slow it down in thermal. The lift is not too, I don't think it's too far. Yeah, it feels a little buoyant there. It was better than when it was down low. The streamer is pulling a little harder now. But I can't quite hit contact with it. I switched back to cruise mode just to give it a little bit more speed, but I still can't touch the lift. No, it's sinking really bad, so there must be pretty decent lift there, but I just can't seem to find it. As remember, if there's strong lift, there's a lot of air that's going up. That means there has to be air that's moving down. Yep. Didn't hit it. Let's try once. Oh, actually. Looked lifty right here. Let's see if I can work this one. No. Might just be a gust of wind. No. Oh, it's throwing me around. Oh gosh. That's ugly. Okay, let's come back down. I need more practice too. Let's come back in. Let's try that spot again. Pretty sure there's lift somewhere. We just have to hit it. It's pulling back to the left a little bit. I'm back in cruise. Come on, you're there somewhere. Wow, it's sinking bad. It's sinking bad. Let's move out of that spot. Oh, there we go. There we go. Took a couple tries, but we found it, guys. Yeah. Go back to cruise. I was in thermal for a second, but it just kicked me around a bit too much for my liking. In cruise, it's just a little bit more stable. It has a bit more airspeed. Oh no, it's starting to get over the houses there. Signal's going to be bad once we hit that spot. Yeah, that's definitely lift. I'm not going to keep chasing it downwind. I know it's lift. And the signal gets very bad once we go past the field, because we're in the middle of the city. Lots of Wi-Fi, lots of houses over there. So coming back, I'm still in cruise mode right now. The wind completely died down. Let's move upwind a little bit. I'm in speed mode now. Let's just push it a little bit.
Cruise.
Back in cruise. Let's see if we can see anything upwind of us. There we go, a little bit of lift. Nose is still coming up a little bit too much. I need to work on that differential. By that I meant the aileron differential, not elevator differential. Oh, it's bouncing me around a little bit, yeah. Sometimes it's easy to get some false reads on this field when the wind is blowing in this direction because of the turbulence. It might, it'll push you up. It'll feel like there's a lot of energy, and then it's just going to hit you back down on the way on the other side of the rotor. But this feels like decent lift. Oh, I thought I was in cruise, but I'm actually in thermal mode right now. Yeah. Well, let's come back in. I think that's it for today's video. Oh, I better make it back to the field. Come on. Oops, that was not good. Not a good way to end the video, but it is what it is. So hopefully you saw a little bit of, how to read the air a little bit, both the failures and the successes, and see how the air reacts with the model. Yeah, I'm going to keep practicing. I'm going to keep tuning my plane. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.